Thanks for joining us on Voice of the People 90.3 FM. My name is Nyamgul Agaji, and this is how I welcome you to the front page review today, Monday, the 17th day of August 2026. It's been a while since I saw so much jubilation in Nigeria since the death of Abacha. Now people are jubilating that someone won an election in Osun State, and I wonder why. Okay, so but Nigerians can unite when they have the heart to unite. Like in football, they have united to say, thank God. Well, in every contest, there's always a victor. There's always a, according to Governor Adeleke, there's no victor, there's no vanquish. That's the same language we heard after the Civil War, no victor, no vanquish. So we're glad that it turned out the way it turned out. No more bloodshed, because a lot of people were thinking that there will be more bloodshed, even though before the election there was so much bloodshed. About 30 people or more lost their lives. And today, as we rejoice that the election has come and gone, let's also remember those people in prayer, those who gave their lives for the cause of democracy, because I count them as that as well. So remember those who needlessly had to go because of these elections, the violence that came prior to the elections and all that. But we thank God that it ended in praise, more or less. Okay, the headlines are very, very many, but most of them are talking about Osun election. But let's start with what Rufai has to say about some of the headlines today and beyond. So good morning and welcome to the program, Rufai. What are some of the headlines making the rounds that you'd like to talk about this morning?
So a couple of stories are making the rounds. It's obvious that the people power has prevailed in Osun. INEC has not officially made a report, but it's home and dry for Adeleke. And for me, I will be talking about the lessons, people can learn from that elections. And it's incumbent on number one, the power of mobilization of the people. So most of the local governments have come in. I think that Adeleke has won well over 19 of the local governments and over 511,000 votes, close to 70,000 difference, then APC 444,000, ADC 17,118. I think some lessons. Number one, the fact that the people were well aware of the threats. It really helped them a lot to be able to organize themselves. And that's why it's not good to lie to the people and tell them to come out to vote. It's good to tell them that there's violence, there's possibility of violence, that this is what they're going to get to, because it improves their resolve. Some people say I was going to bring about voter apathy. No, it improves their resolve to come out. So the Osun people saw the violence, they saw the killing, they saw the pain, and they saw how people were ready to do anything just for the sake of elections. So truth has to be said. You need to try to tell the people the truth. Secondly, they came out and they not just only voted, they defended their votes. When they saw any anomaly, they called them out. I think it was around, there was some shenanigans was happening. They called him out. Even when there was a point where police used tear gas, they called it out. The role of social media also came out openly. I mean, when you read Kim Park's reports, yes, there were some incidences here and there, but they called it out. All right? There was a lot that he tracked. There was a lot that he tracked. So the people stood toe to toe. There was a lot of vote buying, which just shows that the people are largely very poor. All right, there was a lot of vote buying. The violence on the election day was not as what happened before the election day. So there was a lot of violence even at the rallies, election weekend, and all of that. And Accord Party pointed to killings in Oriade, Jebu-Jesha, Ilobu, and all of that. APC took claims when people too were killed. So there was a lot of that. For the election day, INEC had flagged 11 local governments and several overlap 11 local governments, which would include Atakumosa East, Atakumosa West, Boripe, and Ifeda, Ifelodu, Ila, Oriade, Osogbo. Several overlap with locations where violence has also occurred. Osogbo, Elisha corridor. There was also a flag of the geographical concentration of the violence. All right. Mr. Adeleke is the first incumbent in recent memory to seek re-election in a different party from the one he selected. All right. So the PDP, while the PDP and Labour Party were both absent from the ballot, they scrambled loyalties, including an old faction of the PDP structure, Lagos Yola, publicly backing the APC candidates. A pattern of reciprocal accusation and also repeated. The major camps have repeatedly blamed one another for attacks. So these are a lot of things back and forth. But the most important thing is the real story of this Osun election is the people's story. They stood, they defended their votes, and they were there. They came out. Even the margin in this election was bigger than those in the previous elections for Adeleke. We had an incident where voting was disrupted in Nijibu, LG, following an outbreak of violence at polling unit 13. You know, materials linked to vote buying belonging to APC. They said others seized the materials because they could not stand and watch the illegal activities. According to the report, the situation escalated when individuals said to be associated with materials arrived at the scene and attempted to whisk the youth away. The development heightened tension. Video footage from the scene showed arrested running in different directions. It was unclear. Earlier, some voters in Ijibu raised concern over alleged vote buying involving a political party. So while all of this, one of the agents queried the election official over discrepancy between the number of ballot papers and those delivered. You told us you brought 584 and it was not up to 584. So you can see that even the agents, they all challenged the status quo. They all challenged the status quo. So it was about challenging the status quo. Impact reported that it was 15.3% Bieber's failure and 3 election day violent incidents that was reported. That's what Impact says. All right. So all of this shows that the people must come out openly and be able to stand their ground and do their dedicated work of defending their democracy, of defending their franchise. And it's also good for us to tell them that there will be people that will be violent. In all of this, the Osun people knew the drill. They knew what they wanted to do. And kudos to people like Davido that never stopped being on their neck. At some point in the course of the midnight, when INEC stops the beavers, were publishing results on the beaver, Davido kept on insisting that please bring back this beaver. So bring back these beavers. You have to put it back on. We can't afford for this to happen. No, you have to put it back on. So that's the template that people must look at. And when INEC finally returns, it's going to be a clear winner. That's the template. That's the template. It has to be said. It's an interesting one. So, according to data fights, between 6:46 and close of voting, data fight situation room processed 431 validated field reports submitted across the data sets, comprising 382 election process updates. The reports came from 60 observers monitoring 140 polling units. They showed that voting and election continued in many areas throughout the day, despite persistent reports of administrative delay. The data therefore provided a mixed picture of election day voting. DataVite recorded 56 election updates describing voting as peaceful, alongside 38 reports on the end of the day on the timing of voting and accreditation, and 35 reports confirming the early arrival of officials. Right? That's what some of the reports. However, not without serious gaps. DataVite election observers show that the most persistent challenges include the late arrival of officials, beavers malfunctioning, vote trading, voter inducement, dispute among voters, party agents, and polling. Specifically, DataVite reported that 20 incidents of late arrivals, 18 beavers malfunction, 14 cases of voter inducement, 10 reports of vote delay. The pattern shows that the election day pressure was a mixture of problems, both logistical and otherwise. Ife Central recorded the highest incidents with 12, followed by Ife North 11, Ebedore 10, Ebedore 9, Borikwe 10. Ejigbo also recorded high number with 6 incidents. The local government comprising of vote trading and beavers malfunction provides a clear picture of what's happening in this location. Ife Central recorded the highest number of vote trading incidents with 4. Ife North LG recorded both with concern 3 vote trading incidents, 1 beavers malfunction, while Ede Southeast, Elisha East, Ife LG and all of that, you know. At the ward level, the conversation was even clearer. Ajibandili recorded highest number of incidents with 10, followed by Ada Potumodu and Otolufi. These figures point specific areas where observers reported problems rather than a uniform pattern across the state. What the data shows, beavers issues, delays, relatively small number of LG wards and polling units accounted for a sizable share of the incidents recorded. Those are the things data fights reported in their own election. So there was another reporting that talked about violence, intimidation, and the likes. Nigeria Civil Society Situation Room observed it as expressed concern over the tense political atmosphere. I mean, this was leading up to the elections. They talked about high-risk flashpoints, but it wasn't to be because things didn't pan out that way. And there are many incidents around won the election. So the police also said, the commissioner of police in charge of 2026 election, Etaifu, said that we have about 100 people in custody that have come from different states of Ondo and Ekiti to disrupt the elections. However, no arrests have been made so far as regards electoral violence. This was what the commissioner was saying in the states.
To come and disrupt these elections. So we have them, some of them in custody. That I can guarantee Nigerians. Well, for today, how many people have you arrested? No, because there's no reason for it. Can you give us an understanding? 5 minutes. Yeah. 5 minutes. But we are paying you. Nigerian people are paying you. You are speaking to the Nigerian people, sir. I'm working for Nigeria for the past 32 years. Yes. And you're doing very well. So far that we know. But before you go, sir, give us an understanding about the issue of vote buying. And we are hearing, we're seeing this happening. Can you give, what are you doing to ensure? Have you recorded anyone? Yes, and we have captured here, somewhere in Ejibo. The polling booth? Yes, and money was seen. I will confirm from the CP Ejibo, confirm who is the CP Ejibo for me.
So these are some of the incidents, that was reported back and forth. So I think the thing about the Osun election is it just reveals the power of the people. That's just it. It just reveals the power of the people. So a group as there's alleged voter intimidation involving Senator Osun during the Osun ongoing election. In fact, this was captured again by a local channel, Rave 97.1 FM, Osogbo. The same Senator Osun that said, those threat words. I think this is the video here. So you can hear him speaking about there, saying that if you vote where you're not supposed to vote and all of that. So these are the issues. And this is sad. This is sad that Senator Osun is doing all of this and getting away with it. So 30 LGAs reported thus far. 511,067, APC 444,000, ADC 17,100. So the congratulations are in order to Imole, as it's fondly called.
Okay, we thank Rufai for his thoughts and his report on the Osun election, and I'm sure that everybody will be talking about this one today. So we are going to do a two-part thing. We're going to talk about it and other stories on the front page this morning, and on the branch this morning we're going to continue with something extra sprinkled on it, as I have been told by my able doctor in the house here now, not a medical doctor, before you go and meet him. Dr. Adeleke, we thank you for joining us this morning.
Yeah, thank you so much.
How do you feel? I was saying in my opening that I've not seen Nigerians united in jubilation since the days of Abacha's death, like the Osun election.
I called Abia, I called Enugu, they were rejoicing over there, as if it was a presidential election.
Yeah. Okay, so but what does it give? What kind of does it give you more confidence or hope for 2027 election, or this is just a one-off?
It should give every Nigerian hope. What happened in Osun should give every Nigerian hope. Understand that because 16 governors. Came to Osun, 16 governors. That shows you how idle they are. because they don't have any business being in Osun. They are not registered in Osun. Understand? They leave their state. 16 governors came to Osun with their aides, with their security detail, even some with the kidnappers and the armed robbers. You saw what those that came from Edo State we are saying that they are here to capture Adeleke, that they are here to finish Davido, and so on and so forth. What is their mission in Osun, if not to kill and destroy? So what happened in Osun is a democratic rebellion of the people. That's what happened in Osun. Democratic rebellion of the people. A people united can never be defeated. Understand? A people united can never be defeated. 16 governors, more than 20 ministers, the Senate president and his senators, all of them were in Osun. For what? This is an off-second election. Why we are there in Osun? But the people say no, it will not happen. Understand? The people say no because power belongs to the people. Power belongs to the people, and the Osun people connected their money, connected their foodstuff, and still voted their mind. Understand? And if this thing can happen in Osun, it can happen all over the country, because in a presidential election, every governor will be in his state. Understand me? In the presidential election, every governor will be in his state. So if Osun people can unite against 16 governors, more than 20 ministers, more than 40 senators, and they stood their ground and voted their mind, with policemen chanting war songs everywhere. Understand? They did not allow themselves to be pushed around or intimidated. So it gives every Nigerian hope. Understand that if we repeat what Osun people did, our vote will count in 2027.
Okay, but there are many things that came out of that election. Anyway, let's just start one after the other. INEC officially declares Ademola Adeleke winner of the 2026 election. Because APC,
because they couldn't rig it.
But APC is saying they are going to study it. Adeleke won with a difference of 63,000 or so, or 63 or 64,000 or so. While he had 511,000, the other candidate had
440 something.
Yes, about 60 something thousand votes difference. So they say they are studying it and they are still going to court. What do you think?
Tinubu has congratulated the governor because all his antics didn't work. Understand?
But does it not give you concern that, for instance, Keyamo said agreement is agreement? Nonsense. Which is giving the vibes, according to our Gen Z, the vibes that
nonsense. This absolute nonsense. Agreement is if there was an agreement, what brought 16 governors to Osun State? If there was agreement, what took 16 governors to Osun State? What took the Senate president to Osun State? And there was agreement, and the thoughts that the governor of Edo took to Osun were boasting that they are going to capture Adeleke. Was he not aware of the agreement? Do you remember former speaker Olubumi Ete? You remember her? Tinubu has to call her personally to help in mobilizing for APC because she has been very quiet for some time. So there's no agreement, and Tinubu was mobilizing everywhere. So this is just phase 7. The same way he said that great men don't go to primary school, that they don't go to secondary school. That's phase 7. So Osun people united against APC, understand, and they won. This is a victory for Osun people, understand. They stood against forces of darkness, forces of evil. So there was an agreement, and they were sharing money everywhere. No, I'm asking you a question. There was an agreement that they were sharing money everywhere. There was an agreement. 16 Senate governors left their state to Osun. So it just phase 7. Nigeria rejected them, and the rejection has started.
Okay. Anyway, everybody is congratulating the Osun State governor. Like you said, Tinubu has congratulated him and said that this victory shows deepening democracy. And then AA presidential candidate has congratulated Adeleke. In fact, everybody has congratulated Adeleke, Peter Obi, and except the APC governorship candidate and the APC itself, that is saying that they are going to pursue this
and let them do whatever. Let them do whatever.
And see what can be done about it.
I keep on saying, when the people unite, there's nothing that the security men can do. Watch the videos, how they were saying no to policemen. That the right thing must be done. So this is David versus Goliath. One governor against 16 governors. One governor against more than 40 senators, more than 20 ministers. Understand? So this is a victory for Osun. A people united can never be defeated. So if this thing can happen in Osun against 16 governors, what do you think will happen when we have one governor in each of the states? It's a walkover. So I say, I called Abia, I called Enugu. They were celebrating in those, even though it doesn't concern them. There were celebrations everywhere. And this is what happens when the people's vote counts. There will naturally be celebration. People will rejoice. Compare what happened to Osun in Osun and what happened when the 23rd presidential election result was announced. So you see it.
You should have called Ebonyi as well. Why I'm saying this is that Umahi, even this morning on the paper, is saying 2027 Southeast must vote for Tinubu. Must. That's the word he used.
He has one vote, just like me. Umahi has just one vote, like me. Understand? And Umahi has no power to tell me who to vote for. He has no power to tell me who to vote for. So saying must, he just defending his meal ticket. Understand? He can tell his wife, he can tell his children, he cannot tell me. He don't have that capacity. 100 of Umahi don't have that capacity to tell me who to vote for.
But what gives him the confidence to talk the way he talks? Because he's not even talking about Ebonyi State. He's talking about the entire Ndigbo. Let me not even say
go and do your research. Dave Umahi is from Uburu. Understand me? In Ebonyi South. 2023 election, he was chased out of his polling booth. Understand me? 2023, go and ask anybody from Uburu. He was chased out of his polling unit. Everybody, because if you have a policeman and around you, you can talk anything. Understand? Let him leave that policeman, go to Opiweka and talk. Understand me? If he's speaking on behalf of the Igbos, let him leave a policeman, let him leave his security details and go to Ariaba and say Igbos must vote for Tinubu. Let him go to Niger Bridge and say Igbos must vote for Tinubu. So when you see somebody...
But is that not the same thing Soludo is saying? That Anambra people, at least, if not the entire Southeast, but Anambra people will vote for Tinubu. He's in support of Tinubu. Is that not the same thing?
He is in support. He is in support. Understand me? And not that, excuse me, everybody has his or her vote. Understand me? You cannot tell anybody who to vote for. But I am sure, understand, that P2B will beat Soludo in his village. I am sure P2B will beat Dave Omahi in his village. Understand me? If P2B comes to Oka, the capital of Anambra State today, I understand, and Soludo come and stand, people will follow P2B. If P2B go to Adeleke today and stand, and Dave Omahi come there and stand, people will follow P2B. Understand me? And go ask any Igbo man.
Okay, let me take some messages. I'm struggling to leave the talk about Osun so that we'll talk more about it later on. But I'm sure all the messages will be surrounding Osun local government or Osun election. But these are some of the messages, some of the headlines that I would like to talk about before it's 8 o'clock, where we'll give Dr. Anosike some breathing space to return later, because I'm going to hold him by the neck today to return for the brunch. Let's continue this talk about Osun. We have UBEG open second chance education pathway for out-of-school girls that have maybe because of early motherhood, because of poverty, dropped out of school, and there's a new pathway for them now, according to UBEG. We also have WIKE/C of O waiting time as FCT processes 26,272 titles. And then we have federal government moves to digitize civil service, gives committee 1 week deadline. And okay, Nasarawa police warn against planned August 17 protest in Lafia. So our lines for the messages and calls are the same as you've always known, but in case you're joining this station for the first time, 90.3 FM, Voice of the People, Lagos. The numbers to call us are, in fact, let me just use one, 080-3692-9933, 080-3692-9933. If you want to send us a message via WhatsApp or call us via WhatsApp, it's 081-7175-6338, 081-7175-6338. First message is from His Royal Highness BC Nwoko in Oshodi. He's saying, victory of Governor Adeleke is a victory for democracy and a good hope for 2027 presidential election. If APC with 34 governors, Senate President, and even security agencies could not change or influence the mandate of the masses, it means that we have great hope, and the voice of Nigerian people will definitely echo positively come 2027. I therefore urge everyone listening to have hope and equally ensure that our PVCs are intact for action. Well done, my good people of Osun State, and congratulations to my dancing governor, Adeleke. Okay. The outcome of Saturday Osun State election is the power of the electorate over intimidation that played out. APC should know that it is not by force, it's by providing dividends of democracy to the people. The Senate President and some APC governors that don't have voting right in Osun were in Osun State during the election, and they have wasted Nigerian taxpayers' money.
For intimidation and nothing more.
Yeah.
If they are busy in their states, why are they going to Osun? Understand me? If they are busy in their own state, why should 16 governors leave their states to Osun?
And ministers.
Ministers.
And they all went with their aides.
With their aides, security, details. Policemen chanting war song everywhere. But the people say no. Power belongs to the people. And people united can never be defeated. So I am appealing to Nigerians to unite. Understand? They send more than 20 security men, both police, army, to Osun. In a presidential election, it cannot happen. Understand me? They cannot even send 5,000 to a state. What is the number of policemen that you have in the country? Understand? So if the Osun people can resist this, Nigerians can do more.
Interesting. Nigerians can do more. Okay, Benjamin from Shogunle, thank you for your message. There's jubilation all over the country. Democracy won. A big congratulations to the people of Osun. They were fearless. They have demonstrated and showed us that our votes can be counted and defended. The silent voters understood their condition and saw that the achievement of Adeleke was glaring. He connected with the people deeply and made living easier for them. That 50,000 naira APC was sharing did not save them. If they let them plan to increase the amount. It will not save them if they refuse to do the needful. Chude from Ayetoro. You wanted to say something?
I saw one of the women that was sharing money when result was announced. She lost her punding unit.
Wow.
She almost went mad. She there on the ground was shouting, complaining, my money, you understand? That they took his money, her money, and she still lost her punding unit. Understand? So for me, Nigerians should know money. What they are giving you is not their money, it's your own money. What businesses are these governors doing? What businesses are they doing? So whatever they give you is part of your national cake. Understand? It's part of your national cake. How many of those governors employ more than 100 people in their personal businesses? So the money that they are sharing is not their money, it's part of your money.
So there was this banter between Faleke and Davido. Faleke said politics is, Faleke said he should concentrate. Davido should concentrate on his music and leave politics alone. And then Davido answered him, politics is not a career, get a job.
That is it. What we have all over the country is billionaires without enterprise. What we have in Nigeria is professional politicians. Understand? Politics is service, it's not a job. That's what, when we talk of people come looking for a job and people coming to serve, most of these people holding several positions now got a job. They did not come to serve. And when you get a job, that's why you be defending the indefensible. Imagine Festus and Kiyamo of all persons saying that great men don't go to primary school, great men don't go to secondary school. Understand? Why he himself went to primary school, went to secondary school.
So he's not a great man. It means that he's not a great man. If that's the thing, if that's the argument, that means he's not a great man. Only those who did not go to school are great men. The Almajiris are the great men.
Are the great men.
Yeah,
and
the Boko Haram.
Then, what message are you sending to the young people out there? That primary school is a waste of time, secondary school is a waste of time. That's the message he is sending.
School is scam, generally, according to him.
Understand me?
Yeah, that's what he's saying.
So that's the message he is sending. And I know in his mind, he knows that what he's saying is not true. But he has to defend this job. He has to defend this government. And that's what happens when you don't have your own business.
But how can we reconcile the fact that the First Lady, for instance, was asking the people like Davido, Burna Boy, and others to do something for the people because the government is incapable of doing the things that they are supposed to do? she was advising them, go have foundations that will cater to the needs of Nigerians. And then now someone is saying, face your music, leave politics alone. So on the one hand, they want their money from the music. They don't want them involved in politics.
Hope Uzodinma was in Osogbo since Tuesday. She spent 5 days in Osogbo, living in Imo State. It was him that said that the video should sign Adeleke in his own
dance,
his own album. Understand me? So Adeleke is now telling the video is now promised Hope Uzodinma and Monday Okpebono that he's going to sign them as his backup singers.
Oh dear God! Let me take this call. Hello, good morning. Good morning.
My name is Chibuza.
Okay, go on, Chibuza.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Go on.
Sorry, sir. Let me just ask you a little question. Your governor are going to deceive you, may vote, persuade anyone to vote. That man just a talk. I cannot be chosen. I cannot vote APC. He cannot command my vote. He cannot do my privilege. So all the money they are sharing, pray some real good thing for you. No need to give you money. But I'm tired. Why would you have how many governor? Is it for a state? No. What you go there do? Before that we say law no is to catch APC. If you know they catch APC, many of them will one day were prison by now. But they're bigger than law. Just tell me any PDP man who went to your show. And how many under governor we went to show any the APC? They don't pay for fine, but they passed law.
Oh, I don't know what happened to you, but thank you for your message. Before the election, there was a commissioner in Osun State that was arrested. They said he was buying votes. The Fadonsi who made the statement that they were going to kill people was not arrested. He was invited. And yesterday, according to the report that Rufai gave us, he was also caught doing vote buying. I don't know whether he will be prosecuted or jailed the way they detained the other one.
Sure, Monday has passed the message long ago.
Oh, okay.
Once you have APC membership card,
Yes,
even if you commit a mass murder, nothing will happen. Once you have APC membership card, even if you commit genocide, you are free. Sure, Monday says so. That your sins are forgiven. You are now a new creation.
You become Barabbas that will be freed instead of Jesus. Okay, I see. I was just wondering before election why a campaign strategy, a campaign slogan will be that somebody is dancing. How is dance a vice that if you can dance, it becomes something they use to campaign against you?
Well, they say give a dog a bad name and
before you hang it.
Before you hang it.
Oh.
So that is why. But the people of Osun, we are resilient. They united against the evil forces that came from. Even they need to buy broom and sweep their state and even spread both insecticide and against all those people. Because understand me, Osun should by now be sweeping all their states to sweep out the neck of those governors, senators, and so on and so forth.
Oh, let me just pay some bills. It skipped my mind. We were just celebrating Osun election. Okay, we'll be back.
Valdivia, a double punch of Protestant and Amodia Queen. An effective combination that Camosinator. It is anti-malaria therapy. Comes in 4 different parts or different age groups. No 1 year, 1 to 6 years, 7 to 13 years, 14 and above. Camosinator. Camosinate.
effective anti-malaria for all ages. Marketed by Janet Pharmaceuticals Limited.
If symptoms persist after 3 days, please see your doctor. Read the leaflet.
Voice of the people. Find your brand. Find your home.
Glad to know you're still there listening to Voice of the People. This is the front page review, and we're looking at the headlines. Let's take some messages, and then let me not take some messages because all the messages are the same now. Let me just go back to some of the headlines that I'd like you to talk about before we take this. We'll let you go on break because that's how I would call it. There's this first one that is talking about the fact that Wike has slashed C of O waiting time as FCT processes 26,272 titles. He has slashed it to 2 weeks now. Now, in my experience of this C of O, some states have up to 1 year waiting time, sometimes 2+ years waiting time for C of O. And I was just trying to read up on it and asking whether it is part of the Constitution that it has to stay that way. And what I saw was that it's part of the Land Use Act of 1978. Since that, and it gives the state the
governor.
Yeah, the governor, the control over all the lands. So he chooses how long it is going to take. And one of the factors they said that was making these things to stay this long is because of backlog. And I was just asking myself, why let backlog be that much so that a C of O will have to wait for more than 2 years before you can grant?
The issue, the governors don't really consider it very, very, very important. Understand?
For the ordinary man.
It doesn't that you sign C of O to him is not an achievement. Understand? He want to tell you, I build this road. Understand? Let everybody know that it's him that build this road. So that's why they prefer elephant projects than the little things that can help the masses. Understand? A governor signing C of O to him is not really a big deal. Understand? Because and nobody he cannot steal money by signing C of O. Understand? But if there was that's a contract, that's opportunity of stealing money. There's opportunity of impacting on people who will help him in the next election, which he cannot get if he signs C of O.
This is crazy because even when Fashola was the Minister for Works, he launched what they called the electronic C of O,
which Lagos is
yes,
using.
which could have made it possible for every state to cut down the time of this C of O up. I just tried to wrap my head around it, and it's crazy. It's really crazy.
They don't see it as important. Understand? You have to hold them down. You have to mention one big man that needs it before the governor will now want to do it. And in the process of signing for that big man, he can just sign a few others around. Understand? So that's exactly what is happening.
This is really terrible. Okay, this story about UBEC open second chance education pathway for out of school girls. What is your take on it?
For me, it's a good one. Understand? It's a good one if they can also be motivated. Understand? Because most of them have their reason for quitting school. Understand? So they need a mind shift. Understand? To go back there. Understand? This is what even assuming that our National Orientation Agency is working. Understand? Those people, you have to tell them why they should go back. Understand? You have that to tell them why they should go back. Then when they look at their mates who have gone to school, are they better off? Understand me?
Another question I'm asking myself is, all the time we talk about improving the lives of people who are less privileged. We think, even if we're thinking about the young ones, we think about girls. We leave boys out. If you come to Lagos, for instance, the people who cause the nuisance are these dropouts who are men, mostly. The touts that we have around are men. The agberos that we talk about, most times when you find armed robbers, you find men. And bulk of these people are people who dropped out of school. So why don't they also talk about the men and try to do something for them?
They call the female the weaker sex. As a weaker sex, they need their protection. Understand? They believe that men are hustlers. They can find their way.
Being Agbero is a hustler. Being an armed robber is a hustler. Being Yahoo is a hustler. That's how they see it. So are we comfortable with that kind of hustling?
No, it's those in power that you should ask. Understand? But when we are making decisions for girl child, we should also be making for the boy child.
Exactly.
Understand?
My thoughts exactly. Okay. Anyway, let me take one more one call. Hello. Good morning.
Hello, Mr. Engo.
Good morning, my brother.
Good morning, sir. Dr. Nosika, good morning, sir.
Good morning.
Thank you for speaking the mind of the Igbos. My name is Amechi, calling from Sangota. Dave Umahi is just speaking for himself. We know what can happen in Igbo land. We are not happy. And I want to also use the opportunity to congratulate all of you in the studio for the true democracy that we see yesterday. I've been there before yesterday. It shows that the power of the people is bigger than them and more stronger than the politicians. Please, I use this medium to appeal to other people that will come out in 2027. Let's vote and stand and let our vote count. Peter B have said it. Whosoever that said our vote will not count, we count him and join. God bless you.
God bless you too. But I must say, even though he's sitting here, I must say Dr. Peter Anosike did not speak the minds of just Igbo. He said Devumahi has one vote just like him and cannot tell him what to vote or who to vote for. That also goes for every Nigerian. Your governor in your state has one vote. He has one family, and even inside one family, there are some that will not even vote for the same party. So everybody is entitled to their own vote. So don't be intimidated. Whether you're from southeast or southwest or north or anywhere, nobody can dictate to you who to vote for. Have that at the back of your mind. Even though we use the case of southeast when Dave Umahi was saying they must vote for the present president, but everybody in Nigeria should know that you alone reserve the right to vote for anybody of your choice. Hello, good morning. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, my brother.
Mr. Yango.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, and Mr. Peter Anosike.
Good morning.
I love when you bring Mr. Peter Anosike on the studio. Somebody else is Commissioner.
Did we lose the call? You muted yourself. Oh, dear God. Please do something about it. You muted yourself, so we couldn't hear you anymore. We saw here that you muted yourself. Let me see if I can get this call. Hello, good morning. Yes, good morning to you.
Yeah, just call you from Aja.
All right, go on.
Yeah, doctor, regards to you.
Good morning.
I listened to you on Saturday. It was explosive. Having said that, in the Senate line, because we are at the podium now, we are at the threshold. What I mean is, maybe the politics of Nigeria is at the threshold, and we can now have somewhere to refer to and reference to go from, at least Osun Post. In CNN, it will take them almost 3 weeks to do analysis of everything that transpired from the beginning, inception of that post, even to the conclusion. Every actor and every action, and anyone that is found inimical to democracy should be fished out and be exposed. Whether to be published, to be disciplined is another thing entirely. Going forward to 2027. So I'm challenging the media to do the same in the like the like of Father Osun, like the like of Adeleke, and all the actors, all the people that died. We want all the details, please, before 2027 and going forward. Doctor, please speak on this. Any other thing, victory for democracy. All of us knows it, but we don't know where it will end. Success must be continuous and must be conclusive. Good morning.
Good morning. I think we do our best. We expose what we need to expose. Everything remains in the hands of the people who are concerned, and that's Nigerians. And that's why we keep saying the real opposition is not the parties. The real opposition is the people who are seeking good governance. As simple as that. So we'll keep exposing those people that we need to expose, but the real power is in the hands of the people that will decide to do the needful. Osun has blazed the trail.
They have proved it.
They have blazed the trail. At the end of the day, their governor may even be afraid and say, okay, when the presidential election comes, let me try so that we can vote for the president and all that. But know that you have set a precedence that we want to follow as a country, as a people. So we cannot go back on that. Dr. Peter is looking at the time. I'm not letting you go. So just stay there. Let's be reading these messages.
The message from Osun that people united can never be defeated.
Okay, let's pay some bills, and when we return, we'll take all your messages. Thank you very much.
Voice of the People 90.3 FM. Do not touch that dial.
Give malaria a double punch of Protestant and ammonia queen. An effective combination that Camosunate. Give this anti-malaria therapy. Comes in 4 different packs for different age groups. No 1 year, 1 to 6 years, 7 to 13 years, 14 and above.
Camosunate, effective anti-malaria for all ages. Marketed by Zenith Pharmaceuticals Limited.
If symptoms persist after 3 days, please see your doctor. Read the leaflet inside.
VOP 90.3, Voice of the People.
Okay, we're still here, and this is Front Page Review on your darling station 90.3 FM Lagos. Voice of the people, that's how we call ourselves, and we give you a voice. You say whatever is on your mind, we amplify. That's what we do here. And I'm still here in the house with Dr. Peter and OCK. We have your messages here. Let's read them, and then we'll take as many calls as possible. There is no doubt that Osun election has come and gone, in which I also join millions of Nigerians to congratulate Governor Adeleke that has been re-elected for second term. By the way, he's one of just 2 that have been re-elected in Osun State. Every other person will just serve 1 term, and then he cannot get another one. So
even the first Adeleke served 1 term. That's Senator Adeleke.
Yeah,
he just served one term.
Okay. I wonder why Nigerians are surprised that APC conceded defeat when, in the real sense, the 2 governorship candidates are supporting President Tinubu for his 2027 election. or presidential ambition. I can tell you for free that with the massive vote buying done by APC, which never yielded any positive results, it appears that the president has another strategy which is not known to the governors that invaded the state for election. In my own, I am having feelings that Governor Ademola Adeleke will defect to the ruling party. If not, the level of intimidation that he would face will be far greater than what he is facing at present, where till now local government funds have not been released to the state. In conclusion, my advice to all Nigerians is that come 2027 general election, they should all come out in full force to cast and also defend their votes, just like Osun people did. Olorun Agba, wow, God bless Nigeria.
For me, I want to start with the first one. Understand? Talking about intimidation. There have been no intimidation. Understand? 2027 is just here. Understand? 2027 is just about 5 months away. Understand? And even if a bad man wants to contest a nation, even if Satan wants to contest, he will try to be nice. Understand? So he is not going to face any intimidation. Understand? Tinubu will want to start behaving like a good person, because a nation is very near. Understand? So he's not going to face any. This guy was squeezed. The IGP went to his office and threatened him. The IGP, the Inspector General of Police, went to his office and threatened him that he heard that he is camping criminals in government house. Understand me? So there's no. It's just that the Osun people say enough is enough. It's just that Osun people say enough is enough, and they were letting the enough to know that what is happening to them is not the fault of their governor. Understand? The freezing of their account, they know that everything is coming from APC, and they say enough is enough. Understand? Get their money, vote your conscience. So that's what Osun people did.
Okay, someone from the YouTube is saying a deal is a deal, according to Festus Keyamo, means that Tinubu has the power to stop Adeleke, but there was a deal that was why INEC stopped uploading for 2 hours. Unfortunate. Nigerians, Tinubu is controlling the IRF and INEC, so the people didn't win. There was a deal. That's from Bobby Uzoma. Austin Ede is saying congrats to Osun State Governor, and we also have Tinubu can win 2027 election if it's free and fair. Okay, can't win. Well, according to your write-up, can win if it is free and fair. I don't know if that's what you mean. Then aviation. Okay, Minister of Aviation has said that an agreement is an agreement. We should not be deceived or take that to heart and think they have done well. It looks like part of the strategy and plans towards 2027 general election. We must remain vigilant. Thank you. Ibioro Austin Korodu. This one said, I bought 2 iron helmets in preparation for 2027 election. This is from Chika Mwodo. Chikezie, I mean Mwodo. Osun youths arrested more than 50 thugs with arms in Ilesha. Okay. Osun youths, he said. And then this said, this is just the beginning. Nigerians are ready to take back their country. I congratulate people of Osun. This is the end of APC. Adeleke is indirectly mocking Tinubu with fake endorsement. And this one is saying the amount of votes APC got from Osun, I believe that number was rigged. We Nigerians are ready for APC come 2027 presidential election. There's jubilation everywhere in southeast, southwest, in the north, and across the world. I wonder why Osun election is so popular, like a presidential election.
That's what the Bible said. When the righteous is on the throne, the people rejoice.
Oh, good. Okay. Thank God for the people of Osun. The rejected election malpractice of the evil APC in Osun. We should replicate it in 2027. Let our votes count. Watch tightly. That's also from, this one is from Moses. Michael Moses. And Ogbonna is saying Osun election is an eye-opener for Nigerians. Alexander Onwe is saying, greetings, VOP family and people, you're doing well. Thank you very much. Shame on APC, governors, ministers, waste of funds. Tinubu, get ready to pack your load. We are ready to take our democracy back. That's also from Mekama. And Chikezie is saying, even my own Senator Onyekachi Nwaibonyi was in Osun to help organize talks, but they later flee away when things got hot. So there are the commendations coming in for Osun. Please keep it up, Osun. And this is not because you voted out APC. This is because you stood your ground.
The people united.
Yeah, you stood your ground.
So when they are talking about free and fair, Osun wasn't free and fair. Osun election was not free and fair. The people united. The people say no. Understand? Election is not just a one-day thing. It is a process.
Yeah.
It is a process, and the process was being manipulated. Understand me? Just like the freezing of the account is part of the manipulation. Understand? The Inspector General of Police visiting the governor to threaten him is part of the manipulation. Bringing soldiers, policemen to come and be singing a war song everywhere is part of the manipulation. The nation was not free and fair, but the people say no, it must not happen. So you shouldn't fold their hand and begin to pray for INEC to conduct free and fair nation. It is you that will get what you want. And the show people got what they want by even confronting policemen. Understand me? So don't begin to pray INEC should conduct free and fair. No. INEC can never conduct free and fair nation. It is you that will make sure that you get what you want. And the Osun people stayed to get what they want.
Another time I saw this unity of purpose was in Edo, when the phrase came up, Edo no be Lagos, and they got what they wanted. And Osun people have stood firm,
so you
and they also got what they wanted.
INEC should conduct free and fair. They cannot.
Hello?
Hello, good morning.
Good morning, my brother.
Yes, I greet Dr. Chilaka. My name is Shola.
Dr. Anosike.
Oh, sorry, Dr. Anosike. Yes, I greet you, sir.
Yeah.
I'm Shola from Ebeda.
All right.
Yes, congratulations to the Osun people. And Adeleke, yes, quite all right. Is the man of the people. But you know, why I have some kind of skepticism is, you know, for the governors that Tinubu has made sure that he has brought to his camp. And that's the way it is, even with all the ministers saying that as if they are the ones that will give the president the vote. Adeleke thanking the president well, I believe should be on the face value, but they should know, they should thank the people more. And the people have shown that Nigeria has shown the others of other states and Nigerians generally that if you stand by your vote and do the needful, you will get what you want. Yeah. And you know, what will disappoint me the most is if Adeleke decomes to APC, which I strongly believe might happen. That would be a betrayal of trust in a way, because you know, either we like it or not, most of these governors, they have their selfish interest. Even though Adeleke is somebody well loved, so he should not betray the people, because it's the people that gave him that vote, left to Tinubu and his cohort. What he really did was that he saw the handwriting on the wall that Wide West might happen again, so he left it open. You understand? He left it open for them. He wouldn't have mind to win. If he wanted to impose, he would have done that. INEC server would have gone off, but he knew that it would blow up the polity. So in 2027, let Nigerians be very, very cautious of this, especially other states that have many ethnic tribes like Lagos. If Nigerians can have unity of purpose and defend themselves, I know what I'm saying, defend themselves, let Yoruba defend Igbo, let Igbo defend Yoruba, and so anybody can vote for whoever they want, then we can be able to, you know, our vote will be able to count That is just my point for this morning. Thank you very much for giving me audience. Have a wonderful day.
Thank you.
Yeah, I want to say something about Adeleke defecting. Adeleke is now on his second term.
Yeah.
So, what will be his reason for defecting to APC?
Probing. Probing.
Probing. He used to probe him under 5 months.
Oh, okay.
He used to probe him under 5 months. So, the APC did their worst. Understand? They did their worst. You know what happened there? APC seized their state and location.
Yeah.
You are aware. APC freeze their account. Understand? Today we don't know the authentic chairman in the local government in Osun. So all these are problems created by the APC to make sure that he doesn't get a second term. Understand? So the issue is this: for him to be probed, if he's to be probed, it should be after 2027 election. Because no governor can Tinubu cannot will want to be nice now until the election is conducted. So my stand remains: if Osun State can withstand the 16 governors, 20 ministers, number 3 citizen and his gang, understand, the policemen, the army, understand, in a presidential election we can never have 2 governors in one state. It will be happening everywhere at the same time.
Let me take this call. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, sirs.
Good morning.
Yeah, this is Remy from London.
Oh, Remy, thanks for joining us this morning. Go on.
Thank you for picking my call, and great job to Dr. Adeleke. You see, I think we've got to be very careful here and not carried away by what happened in Osun. And let's look at a couple of factors. Number one, Adeleke is a popular person with these people. So it is difficult to rig him out completely. So also Oyebanji, the guy in the kitty, I think he has a popularity with his people. So that's why the vote buying thing there was successful. Now, also for me, I'm still a little worried. These 400,000 plus people that voted for the APC guy, I mean, do they really, I question their judgment, because what is the scorecard? What is the metric of them voting for APC despite they've been under Tinubu's government for nearly 4 years? Why did they out there arrive at that conclusion? And lastly, sir, I always say, politician knows your vote matters. That is why they bring up money to buy it. They know your vote counts. That's why they have to discourage you not to come out to vote. The people of Osun voted in mass, of course, not massive enough, but considering the general context of turnout, especially a by-election, off-cycle election such as this, the lower turnout is usually low, but this was high. If it has been low, it would have been rigged. And that's why I'm telling you, I'm begging you, if you like as you are right now, sleep in your house on election day. If you think your situation has to change, you don't like this pain and agony, you need to turn out and punish those who put you in this position. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much, Remy. And a point he made that I'd like to buttress here right now is that in recent times, we've not had the kind of number we had turnout for this vote. Of the people that collected their PVCs, 52% of the electorates came out. That tells you a lot
We've
about the number.
We've never had that figure anywhere in the country.
52% came out.
We've never had. What we're having is 30%. Understand? So I want to also reiterate what Remy said. Meanwhile, Remy is speaking from Tottenham.
From London.
Yeah. London. Understand? He's not feeling what we are feeling here. Understand? But he is advising us what to do.
Yeah.
The issue with this, everybody votes. Understand me? Whether you are in your house or you are outside, you vote.
You vote.
Understand me? So on that day, I have said it over and over. Refusing to vote.
It's a vote.
It's a vote. Refusing, and you are voting for the incumbent.
Yeah.
When you say I will not vote, you have surrendered to the incumbent. Understand? So, like Remy said, everybody should come out and vote. Just like Osun people, the president has been set. Come out and vote and behave like the Osun people. Stay there. How many people will policemen kill? Understand? So, refusing to vote is also voting. Understand? So, for me, they should come out, everybody should come out and exercise their franchise. Yeah. If everybody votes, understand? I'm not telling you vote for A or B. Come out and exercise your vote, your franchise. It's your right. Understand me? When you say I don't trust INEC, I will not. My vote will not count. You have voted in your house and you voted for the ruling party. That's what we should all know.
We've always been saying it here. You vote is vote. Whether you stay in your house or you come out, vote is vote. You have voted, like Dr. Adeleke said. And we've also always been saying that the more you come out, the harder it will be for the rigging to be done. Like Remy also said, everybody needs to come out. And he was wondering, there's something he said, he was wondering the 400 and something thousand people that voted for the other party, what premise was it that they were using? How did they judge the achievements that they should have voted for that person? What scorecard were they looking at to vote for the person for the APC? Yes. What scorecard?
Oyebanji built 77 mosques in Osun. Oyebanji built 77 mosques in Osun State. Understand?
As an achievement.
No, I'm telling you. So people who are going to that, the alpha example say, remember why you are here. Somebody built here. Understand me? It's a campaign. Understand me? So he built 77 mosques in Osun State.
I wish he had built 50 schools.
Even if he had built 20 industries.
Jeez.
77 mosques.
Okay. Building a mosque is not bad. That's not what we're saying. What we're saying, when trees fall upon trees, like gods are not to blame, I think. When trees fall upon trees, first the topmost must be removed. So the topmost should not be anyway. Let's take this message, which is saying, okay, from Mazio Gochuku, Elder General from Ishere Osun. Residents of Osun State proved to us that power belongs to the people. Akpabio and APC leaders have learned that good work is better than sharing of money and materials. Those party leaders crying on camera should go and look for a better work. God save our country. And then we also have this one saying, we thank God for another brand new week. The Osun election has come and gone and none of the candidates scored above 500,000. I now begin to imagine all the governors promising Tinubu 3 million votes come 2027. Please, where will they get the millions? All the idle governors that went to Osun State to rig, but they were disgraced and put to shame. Looking at them with Suraju uniform. This is what will happen to
they
them.
Left at midnight. Most of them escaped in the
Mayor from Continue. Thank you.
Middle of the night. Understand? So the issue is this: when people don't turn out, it is very easy to manipulate elections.
Yeah.
When people don't turn out, it is very easy to manipulate. That's what is called election being too big to rig. Understand? They know that if Osun people were ready for anything, understand? So the only way is to, okay, declare Adeleke winner, because if you don't, Osun will burn. Understand me? So when people turn out, election will be too difficult to manipulate. But if it's only few, they can just fill the form EC8. Understand me? So the solution, not just praising Osun State, Nigerians should do the same thing in their various states.
Okay.
Understand me? Nigerians should do the same thing in their come out and vote.
Okay. This conversation will not finish now. We're going to carry it to the brunch. So the brunch today is a special dedication to Osun election. And to have a special dedication on Voice of the People, there's always something mouth-watering. This time is Dr. Peter Anosike that has promised us something. So let us know what we will have, because I'm going to bring you back here at 10:30 for us to continue talking about Osun. So anybody who has sent in a message regarding this, we're going to read that message. We're going to take your calls later on. We're going to still discuss Osun. We're going to still revel in the in the outcome of this election and all that. The happiness is that power really is in the people, and Osun election is a testament. So Dr. Peter, you told me something in confidence. What is going to happen when we return?
Okay, I'll be here by 10:30, and I'm in a celebration spirit. By 10:30, I will return here, even though it's not my, I'm a very busy person, but I have to come back. And I will give 5 of my books free for the first 5 conducts when we come back by 10:30. I will donate 5 of my books free. Understand? When we come back by 10:30.
Let's make it random, because otherwise, after the first 5 calls, some people may not even call again. We'll make it random. We'll choose a criteria to win those 5 books. But 5.
You are the INEC now. You are the INEC, but provided you will not rig it. But I am giving out 5 of my books free.
Yeah.
Understand?
In celebration of
Osun people for what they did. Understand? So,
which of the books are you going to give?
Abuse of power that captured everything.
Yeah.
Because in the abuse of power, I say that what Nigerians need is a democratic rebellion, and that a people united can never be defeated. Okay. So that book captured what happened in Osun. So it's a victory for the book. So that's why I want to give it out free.
Okay. Now there's a statement you made in the other book about Dangote's 10 Commandments on money. You made a statement that countries like the UK, America, and all that, it took them time. Some of them, like the UK, were even cannibals at some point. Now,
in the 18th century.
Yeah, now they are claiming as if they're the most civilized people now, and Nigeria will get to that point. At some point, it sounded like Nigeria was heading for the rocks, and it will even get worse than get better. Do you still have that confidence you had while writing that book today, that Nigeria will get it right?
Osun people have get it right.
So it's possible. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, this is where we wrap it up on the show. We're hoping to return at 10:30. So don't worry. All your messages, all your calls, we will take care of them. Until then, my name is Nyamgul Agaji, and I'm thanking Dr. Anosike for part 1.
Yes.
Part 2 will come back together. All right.
Thank you so much.
Bye for now.